There it goes. All right. Ah, I'm in the way. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany. I'm the Tipsy Artist. Today we are painting this beautiful abstract love heart. So this is going to be very fun, very therapeutic. Um, for the most part, you don't really have to adhere to this traceable, but just in case, we went ahead and provided you with one anyway, so that you can have all of these lines and shapes and everything. But I do encourage you to just loosen up, have fun, and not necessarily pay attention to everything in the background. So it's one thing to use, just like the heart, but you don't have to use all the elements. But we're going to go ahead and teach you how to paint this beautiful acrylic painting. We're going to switch camera views here. And this will give you a much better view. Here we go. All right. So we have everything that we need here. We have our paint, our water, brushes. I've been painting already a little bit today. I've got my paint plates out and napkins. And of course, our painting kits have all of your supplies already set up for y'all. And you can order those at tipsyartist.com. So we'd love to paint more with y'all, and it's really easy to do that. We have almost 400 painting classes online now, so yay, very exciting. All right, to go ahead and get started with this, we're going to go ahead and start with our fun colors here in the background. So let's talk about our little brushes here. We have our family of brushes. This is Mama, and this is Little Buddy, and this is Little Bill. All right, I'm going to just get some nice bright colors here in the background. We're going to be starting with some bright yellows. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a nice big dollop of the white. And then we're going to do a little touch of the bright primary yellow. There's that here. So bright primary yellow. And then let's also get some cadmium yellow. A touch of that. And you know what? I'm just going to start putting out a few of these other bright colors. Let's do some cadmium orange out there. And some primary magenta. And I would highly recommend y'all to do that too. That way you can be a little bit more spontaneous. And it's just a little bit easier to get into those. So we'll start with those brights, and then we'll start to work into more of the turquoises and some of those fun teals and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we're going to start with the titanium white here. Nice big dollop of that. I'm going to do a little touch of the primary yellow with that too. And we're just going to sweep this into the top. Nice big strokes all the way across. And then I've got my orange out, doing cadmium orange. I'm going to go ahead and just sweep down. And I'm going to do probably a little bit of overlap over the top here of the heart, but no worries on that. We're going to come back in and firm up the heart at the very end. And then let's do a little bit of that primary magenta. You can see how it's very fun to be able to dip into these different colors as you go. And let's go ahead and let's do some more of this, kind of spread it around while we have these vibrant shades in here. This is a little bit of that yellow with the primary magenta. And I would say working around, kind of spreading it around is very helpful. So you don't want to just work in one spot. So I'm going to just kind of do little short strokes of this, either horizontal or vertical. And a little bit of white in with that primary magenta now to make it more light pink. And let's go ahead and take a little bit more of that orange. And scrape off the excess. We might have fun with that later. Maybe I'm going to rinse out. Grab a little of that bright primary yellow. You can see how this is very fun and playful. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take some Viridian. Add a little bit of that out to the side. And perhaps some bright yellow green. Also grab some dollop. It's like a little silver foil framing. Haven't used this in a while, or ever on this one. As I've been painting, I haven't used violet, is what I meant to say. Alright, so there's the violet. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of white with our violet. Some light purple there. Like that. And let's do a little bit of some white with our Viridian. And when you start to bring in these blues and the greens, you just want to be careful that you don't get, they don't play very well or blend well with the brighter tones, so you do have to be a little more careful. Because they become a little bit muddy, so you want to keep them distinctively separate as we're working that in. And you may have to let some of the other colors set up and dry a little bit. Light blue. Don't forget about just some pure white here. Of course, it picks up into a few things and then can change dramatically. Some white lines across. Maybe now some white lines down. And then you can get a nice little layer of white on one side and do a light little drag across the top here. Just barely skim the top and lift off with a light hand. That's how we get that nice drag across the top. So that's beautiful. Now we can start to work in a little bit of pattern. I'm going to take my little bit brush here, and I'm going to go and touch it into the black, and I'm going to just make like tiny little dashes. And maybe some black lines down here at the base. Of course, we have that little squiggle up here at the top. That's really fun. We'll keep that in place. You could do these with that bright color or just the black. with plus signs. Crisscross action there. And little dashes again. And tiny dashes. And then maybe some little spots. And circles. And the plus sign. So, again, very fun and free. Do lots of layers, or you could just stop right there. It's beautiful just the way it is. Now, let's go ahead and start with that heart in the center. Go back to the mama brush. Do a little bit of that blue and white. This is our primary cyan blue, and just titanium white. And I'm going to go ahead and around the edge here of the heart. So to work this into the base, a lot more white here. More white. Just going to smooth that in. Okay, now as we're starting to play with the color in here too, you can maybe add just a little bit of that dramatic, just pure blue, kind of lightly sweep that on over the top. Kind of barely touch the canvas. And a little bit of a black. Lightly go around the edges. Again, a little bit more of this white. Hold the brush more over to the side, just kind of lightly touch that on over the top. And act like you're barely touching the canvas. A little bit of that magenta. Again, mine might be very different this time. I'm not sure how much add more in terms of warmth, but I'm not going to add a little bit of that yellow, cadmium yellow. Lightly place it on over the top. A little bit of orange. A little bit of green. I'll come back in with my little bit brush, and I'm going to write the word love. I'm going to go ahead and do it with a darker color this time. So, a red here. Now if the paint's already set up and dry, it's going to be really easy to do this over the top. And lightly lay that on. Yep. There it is. We are done. Very beautiful, easy painting. Again, lots of room for play. Just kind of do your own thing. Never the same twice. You can play on it for hours and just do all kinds of dots and dashes and all kinds of fun shapes. But there we go. There's our beautiful abstract love heart. We're so thankful for you all painting with us. Have so much fun. Create lots of love and light. And we're looking forward to seeing y'all again very, very soon. Much love to y'all. Toodles.